Hello everyone, welcome to IITN's GATE classes, an initiative run by IIT IISc graduates. So in today's video session, we are going to discuss about the HPCL recruitment for the year 2021. So recently HPCL published notification for a vacancy of around 200 posts for mechanical, electrical, civil engineering and instrumentation engineering. So let us see in detail what is there in the notification. So if you go through the notification, the first most important thing to note is the last date of online application. It is basically means you can fill this form till 15th of April 2021, but I will suggest all of you people to fill prior to this date. Don't wait for the last date, because something might happen to the site gets crashed. Usually they get crashed at the last day. So please, it is my earnest request to all of you, those who are interested in filling this application, that fill this form before 13th of April. Okay, so set a reminder and fill this form. And now if we talk about how many vacancies are there for each of the branches, you can see mechanical engineering, it has the most number of vacancies, that is 120, and the branches which can apply under mechanical engineering is mechanical engineering, and also mechanical and production people, they can also apply. And one thing to note, very important thing to note is this one, that age limit is 25 years. So all of you, those of you who are below 25 years of age, means what? If you are 24 years and 11 months, okay, you are eligible to apply. If you are even 25 years 1 day, you are not eligible to apply. Okay, and all the eligibility date you will be calculating till 3rd 3/2021. This is also given in the notification. I will show you people. So you have to calculate your age till this date. Okay, so mechanical, what I told, 120 vacancies are there, maximum age limit is 25. For civil engineering, the number of vacancy is 30. Okay, vacancy is 30, and the branch, those are eligible, it is only civil engineering. Under electrical engineering, there are 25 vacancies. Okay, 25 vacancies, and the branches they are eligible are electrical engineering and electrical and electronic, means EE and EEE, they are eligible. Okay, and for instrumentation branch also there are 25 seats, and the people they can apply are from these branches: instrumentation and control, electronics and instrumentation and electronics. No other branches. If you have any other branches of BTech, you are ineligible to apply. Okay, so kindly note this thing. And this is the category wise distribution that they have actually given. So if you fall under, means if you have fall under any one of the category, you have to look. Okay, and let us see about the educational criteria. What is the educational criteria? So if you see, the qualification you must be possessing is 4-year full-time regular engineering course. Okay, minimum marks should be 60%. 60% means how much? 6.75 CGPA you should be having. Okay, above 6.75 you should be having, and 50% for SC, ST and PWD. Okay, SC, ST and PWD you must be having. And if your marks is in CGPA, how to convert, means roughly if you want to calculate your CGPA to percentage, just multiply it by 9. Suppose you have 7 CGPA. Okay, if you have 7 CGPA, that means you are having 63%. Okay, 9 into 7 is 63. So you can convert it roughly like that. And one thing, very important thing to notice, student in final year or final semester can also apply. So this is one important point, that final year students are also eligible to apply. So all the final year students in the above branches, you people can apply. Okay, Now let us talk about how they are going to shortlist you people and selection procedure. So shortlisting will be basically done via different methods. So first stage is what? It will be computer based test. Okay, the syllabus and what will be the tentative marks distribution or a guess I can take. Okay, we will be seeing. Okay, we will see that also. So your first stage will be computer based test. The next test after you qualify this CBT, it will be group task. Group task means group discussion basically, and then the final most selection procedure will be personal interview. Okay, so who all will be called for computer based test? All those of you who fulfill the above criteria. Okay, if you have 60% mark, if you are from the engineering degrees that have been given in the table, if you fulfill all those eligibility criteria, you will be called for computer based test. Still they haven't mentioned anything about the center of the test. Okay, center of the test they haven't mentioned anything. And this computer based test, there will be no negative marking. So this is a very good point actually, no negative marking. Okay, you will not be having any negative marking of any sort. And this computer based test, it will comprise of two parts. So the exam will have two parts. First is the technical part. Okay, and the second means the first part will be non-tech part and the second part will be your technical part. Okay, so non-technical part will comprise of English, quantitative aptitude and intellectual potential test. So I will be talking later on in this video what is this intellectual potential test. Okay, and the second part is technical knowledge. So you all will be having, means electrical people, they will have questions from electrical. Instrumentation, they will have question from instrumentation. Similarly for mechanical and civil, they will be having the questions asked from their respective branches. Okay, now what have I marked here? Discipline wise merit in the, okay, so discipline wise means different discipline, they will have different merit list. Okay, there will not be a common merit list. Each and every branch will have its own different merit list based on this selection procedure. Okay, and one thing, very important thing you have to note is this: you have to qualify in each section. That is, there is a different qualification criteria for CBT as well as for GD and personal interview. Okay, it is means if you get rank 1 even in your computer based test, and if you fail to perform either in the group task, means in the GD or in the personal interview, you will not be selected. Okay, you will be rejected even if you are rank 1 in your computer based test, but if you fail to qualify the minimum marks in the GD or personal interview. So you have to qualify with the minimum marks in each stage also. Okay, so this is what they have written. So computer based test, it will be of 85% weightage. Okay, suppose if your exam is of 100 marks, so 85% marks will be taken from, means 85% marks will be based on your computer based test. Okay, and in this 85% mark, minimum 50% you have to get from which section? You have to get from your the discipline, your related subject, your technical subject. Okay, this 50% mark you have to, minimum 50% mark you have to get from your technical subject. And in total, if you take the total mark of this CBT test, you have to get minimum 60% of which 60% of technical mark plus general aptitude mark you have to get. Okay, so overall 50% mark you have to get in the technical paper or part 2 of the paper, and in general, if I totally, means if I take the paper as whole, you have to get 60% of the total paper. Okay, this is the basic qualification. Minimum 5% weightage means what? If 85% mark is for CBT, if I take 5 marks for this group task or GD, you have to get minimum 40%. Okay, 40% of this one. Okay, 40% of 5 marks you have to get minimum to qualify in GD for unreserved and EWS, and 33.3% for ST, SC and OBC. Similarly, your personal interview, this is one of the most important thing. It has been seen in various examination that a candidate who has not performed such well in the computer based test gets selected due to the personal interview. Why? Because if your aptitude is very good, if you can handle pressure in front of the interviewer very well, they select you. Okay, they want to check how well you are at speaking or handling pressure. So always try to have a very good means attitude when you are walking into your interview. So you should be able to speak very clearly. If you don't know something related to what they have asked, you should be polite enough to tell them, and you should be very much I should say polite, and even you should be very much confident to say that you are not knowing that concept what they are asking. So actually basically they ask they see your confidence level in this personal interview. Okay, so you should be very well confident and you should be smart enough. Okay, so this is what I have to say. And if you go to the final scoring, in final scoring you have to get minimum 60%. So after all the individual qualification, you have to get minimum 60%. Okay, minimum 60% if you get, then you are eligible for going into the medical round, or then you are eligible for getting selected, okay, out of the merit list. Okay, so these are everything about the pay and packages of the company. So you can see CTC is nearly 15.17 lakhs. So this is a very good amount. Okay, and pre-employment medical exam. So each and every candidate, those have been shortlisted after the above procedure, they will have to go through medical examination that will be done in all the hospital that are under HPCL. Okay, so you have to go there and you have to get your medical examination certificate. So only after that you will be able to join HPCL. Now placement and posting, it can be pan India anywhere. So probation is for 1 year, okay, and they will retain 5,000 per month. Okay, after 6 months of probation, they will be giving you back this amount, that is 30,000. They will be giving you back after 6 months of completion of this probation period. So no need to worry, and I hope none of you leave this job. Okay, none of you after joining, please don't quit this job, because job market is very difficult in today's time. Okay, so this is all about reservation and concession and relaxation. Okay, so individually you have to submit all your document related to the reservation. So only if you submit your documents, then only you are eligible to get the reservation. Okay, so this is what they have written, so you people can read all about it. So now application process. So application process, it will be starting from 3rd of March and it will end on 15th April at midnight. Okay, so please note this. You can set an alarm for 13th April. So fill before 13th April. It is my request, my earnest request to you people. Please fill before 13th April. Okay, don't wait for the last date. Okay, and you will be filling only the form using this website. Okay, you can copy paste it from the PDF. So we will be sharing this, actually the link of this notification in the description box below. So you can just copy paste this link and then you can apply there. So application with incomplete and wrong particulars, okay, it will not be considered. And please provide your email ID, permanent email ID and mobile number. Okay, because they will be intimating everything through this primary mobile number you give and this email ID. All your admit card, starting from your admit card, okay, to your dates for interview, your group discussion, everything will be actually conveyed to you via this email ID and mobile number. So please give a mobile number and email ID that you are going to retain for minimum of 1 year. Okay, application fees, if I talk about application fees, SC, ST and PWD candidates are exempted from paying any application fee. You people don't have to pay any application fee. Okay, unreserved category, OBC and EWS candidate, they have to pay a total amount of 1180, okay, 1000 is your application fee, and there is a 18% GST on it. So in total 1180 rupees you have to pay, and these are the payment mode you have to pay. Okay, so once you pay, you will be getting a completed status. So take care if you are getting this completed status, and take a printout of your form. Okay, PDF printout. Okay, no need to waste paper and take a hard copy. Just take a soft copy and store it in your computer or mobile. So any general instruction, okay, one thing, application fees that you pay, it will not be refunded under any other circumstances. Okay, so take care of this thing also. And last date, see, I told you previously only, last date of reckoning the age and all other eligibility criteria should be of 3rd March. Okay, 3rd March is the date you have to calculate your birthday. Actually means how much is your age, what is your age last by 3rd March. Okay, so you will be calculating. And any other queries if you have regarding this notification, you can contact the HPCL person using this mail ID. Okay, you have to give this position name and application number in the subject of your mail. Okay, so if you do that, they will be replying you back. And you can see all the admit card for CBT interview call letter you are required to download from the HPCL website, and even they will be intimating you through this mobile and the mail ID you give. Okay, so no need to worry about any of those things. And here candidates are advised only to submit one application form. So this is a simple thing, very common sense actually. Okay, and candidates except final year must be positioned. Okay, so except final year students, all other candidates, they should be having their mark sheets, all the mark sheets. Okay, only final year candidates, they can have all the 6th till the 6th sem, they must be having all the mark sheets. Okay, so while you are selected at HPCL, you have to provide all other of your the remaining of your mark sheets also you have to provide for final year students. Okay, so if I talk about the reimbursement for DA will be provided to all SC, ST and PWD candidates for giving the examination computer based test. Okay, and those of you who are selected for interview, they will be given third AC ticket also, they will be reimbursed for third AC tickets. Okay, so this is a very simple point. And please, one thing, please don't give any wrong information in your form. Okay, while you are filling the form, provide what is the truth. Don't if you are having a pointer less, like I told you minimum is 6.75, if you are having 6.73, okay, you are ineligible. I am sorry, but you are ineligible. Even if you get selected, even if you get a very good marks in your CBT, if you perform very good in your interview, still you will be disqualified from the procedure because you don't qualify. Okay, so don't fill anything that is false. Okay, so please take care of all those things, and remaining there is nothing in this. Now if I want to talk about syllabus, okay, syllabus and the structure of paper, so you can see this one, this is actually for R&D officer for biotechnology. Okay, but we can take an idea, a very tentative idea we can take about how our exam will be. Okay, this notification also I got from HPCL site. Okay, this is also HPCL notification. If you just Google HPCL syllabus, they will be the first search that comes out, it is this result. Okay, and this you can find in the HPCL website also. If you see the exam, most probably the exam we will have, it will be of 2.5 hours. Okay, and it will be constituting of 170 marks. Okay, 2.5 hours, 170 marks, and there will be 170 questions. Okay, 170 questions. Out of those 170 questions, 17 questions of 1 mark will be from English verbal ability, 34 questions from your aptitude part, 34 questions from your intellectual potential test. This intellectual potential test is basically logical reasoning and data interpretation. Okay, so in total you will be having 85 questions of non-technical part and 85 questions of technical. So in total, if I want to make a guess using this as my means this document as my reference, you can see there will be 170 questions. Okay. Now these are actually the syllabus for your non-technical part. So even I will be providing the link of this PDF in the description box below. Okay, you can just have a look into this. So you can see this is the verbal part, this is the aptitude part. This is very simple, means all of this is asked in your GATE syllabus. Okay, these are asked in your GATE syllabus. Even this quantitative aptitude part, this is common in our GATE syllabus. Okay, you can see same thing. And this intellectual potential test, this is basically logical reasoning and data interpretation. Okay, so this is the syllabus for intellectual potential test. So please prepare everything very well. Okay, because you need to means get above the individual cutoff of this non-tech part also. You will not be qualifying if you don't get the minimum marks for this non-technical part. Okay, so you need to qualify individually also for this non-tech and technical part. So keep that thing in mind. And if I want to see what will be the syllabus for the technical part, see, this is actually for biotech. Okay, as I have shown you, this document is for biotechnology, but if you look at the syllabus, it is the same thing for GATE. Means whatever syllabus is for GATE syllabus for biotech people, the same syllabus they have copied. So if I want to make a guess, a wild guess, I will be saying that everything in your GATE syllabus including maths will be asked for mechanical, civil engineering, electrical and IN. So prepare well the GATE syllabus for your each of the individual branches. Prepare your GATE syllabus. Okay, so that is what is my suggestion for this moment. So later on when they will revise, means when they will be providing you with the syllabus, at that time we will be having another video from our side. Okay, from IGC side. So at that time we will be discussing what all can be what all is the syllabus. So till that moment you can prepare all the basic subjects for GATE. Okay, GATE and this common subject, means all this thing. Okay, because this will be covered, this will be same, this is 100% sure. Okay, this is 100% sure they will be asking you this syllabus for the non-technical part. So you can revise the non-tech part for the moment, and you can also cover this thing, means all the common subjects like mathematics. Okay, for even if I talk for electrical and IN, you can see control systems, you can see network, you can see signals. Okay, so you can cover all the common subjects for now, and this I am very sure, this I am very 100% sure that the syllabus for the non-technical part will be this only. Okay, they will not be changing. Okay, so I hope you understood what might be the means syllabus, and I hope you people enjoyed this lecture. Okay, you enjoyed this session. So please give a thumbs up and please share my video. Okay, then see you soon.